Why do I go to Walmart to buy my oil? Because I run Walmart brand Supertech synthetic in all my trucks. That's right, you heard that correct. About a year ago, Supertech oil, for those of you who don't know, I mean, is like a third the cost of any other brand. And I thought, you know, how junk must this stuff be? So I looked up some research on it, some studies, just thinking, you know, how bad can it possibly be? It turns out it's made in the same facility as Mobil 1, and when they did all the viscosity tests and the heat breakdown tests, it tested exactly the same as Mobil 1 full synthetic, which is the most expensive oil on the market. It's like 10 bucks a quart. So for that reason, I run Supertech and everything. I can't run it in my 2500 because the 6.4 in the 2500 has to take a 0W40 weight, which is super weird. And Supertech doesn't make that weight, but I run the 1030 in all my second gens. I mean, I only have one second gen right now, but at any given time, I can have 2 or 3 second gens, and all of them have 1030 synthetic Supertech in them. So it's funny because I know this is going to spark a debate because there's so much oil debate: synthetic, non-synthetic, synthetic. Can you mix synthetic and non-synthetic? Nobody knows anything about oil. So I know people are going to be upset, but I'm telling you, Supertech, if they made a 0W40, I'd run it in my brand new 2500. It's the best oil value on the market. So with all that said, I picked up, I always have a stock of 1030 for, like I said, I buy and sell so many second gens. So I always keep 1030 on hand, and I'm just going to replenish that. And then I bought a couple filters for the 6.4, and unfortunately, the only 0W40 that they had, which is what the 6.4 calls for, is Castrol Edge. I'm not a big brand guy. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you can't mix different brands. Oh, people are so weird about oil. But you can. And you can mix synthetic and non-synthetic. And you can even mix weights. People are stupid. Anyway, we're gonna do an oil change on the 2500 today. Yeah, just wanted to go over that. Supertech is $3 a quart for full synthetic, and it's the best oil you can buy because of the price. Every truck I jump in, the fuel light's on. Every single one of them. I don't know how they all get empty at the same time, but all my trucks are always freaking empty. Oh, somebody asked mileage. This truck's got 127 on the odometer, but I did swap the cluster out. So I think it had 144 on the old cluster. I probably put 2,000 miles on it, so it's probably got like 146 on it. My oil stock. So I always keep a couple gallons of the 1030 for my second gen stuff. 090s are the second gen filters. Keep a couple quarts because we all know second gens lose some oil over time. It's for my mowers for work. A couple of the 399 or 339s, which are the 6.4 filters, and then we're going to be putting in the old Castrol Edge OW40 into the 2500. That is why I'm very glad I'm not a mechanic by trade. I would not want to work on this stuff. Got the last of the oil draining out of her. Let me tell you, these control arms suck to work under. I can barely squeeze under this thing. All right, all 7 quarts are drained out. Getting ready to put the new stuff in. First time under the hood of this thing. It's the first oil change. It's got like 7,000 miles on it. This little ram air intake system. It's pretty cool. Oil filter came off nice and easy. It's kind of a weird, I always think about that because I had a 2012 that I had bought brand new, 4th gen, and I went to take the oil filter, and it was factory installed oil filter, first oil change, and I couldn't, the way it was situated in that truck, I couldn't really get a screwdriver through it, and it took me like an hour to get that oil filter off. I had it clamped so hard I crumpled it and twisted it. We finally got it off, but I bet you it was like 40 or 50 foot-pounds. They tightened that damn thing too. So every time I buy a brand new truck, I'm like, hope this oil filter comes off. There you have it. Only like 6 quarts came out of that thing. That was a little weird. I swear they take 7. So put 7 back in it. I guess I'll just check it. Typically with new trucks, pretty bad about checking the oil because you take it for granted that they don't burn it, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. Like I said, it went about 7,000 miles on that oil change. So I tow all the time. They're technically rated for like 12 when you're driving around empty, but every day I either have a load in the bed or a trailer or both. So it's always kind of under a load. So my oil life meter was down to like 8%. So it was time. Really, really excited for this new project. It involves the name Shelby. So little hint. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.